Last night at Monjo village, 9,301 feet, our blood oxygen levels dropped to about 78%, a concerning figure. Our doctor had mentioned that in clinical settings, such levels would warrant immediate oxygen therapy.
Despite the low oxygen percentage in our blood, we felt no adverse symptoms. We feel fine, not exhausted or even tired. Our months of preparation has paid off. However, I experienced restless sleep filled with unsettling dreams.
I slept fine, no issues. Our negative 20 degrees centigrade sleeping bags are working great.
I'll monitor my sleep patterns to determine if this is due to the altitude or just random. So we make a decision to push forward but to be careful of how we feel. And our guide is checking our blood oxygen levels daily.
We set out this morning from Monjo, situated at an elevation of 9,301 feet. Our destination is Naamche Bazaar, perched at 11,286 feet. Today we have to go up to about 11,300 feet. It is a grueling steep hike up and down that takes us about 2,000 feet higher by the end. Before heading out, we sat down for breakfast at the same tea house. I asked for simple toast and hot water.
That sounded good, so I also ordered the same. Our guide leaned in close and whispered, "Sir, why do you want toast? It's all carbs. You're already fat. Get oatmeal or something." And just like that, my breakfast was decided for me.
I was laughing so hard.
So was I. I couldn't help but realize the stark difference between the words. In the West, there's so much emphasis on being politically correct and avoiding hurt feelings. Here, honesty comes first. Our guide wasn't being rude, he was being truthful, offering the kind of advice I actually needed to hear. It made me feel safe. If we ever faced a tricky situation on this trek, I knew he'd be honest and lead us in the right direction. No sugarcoating, just the truth, exactly what you want when you're out here.
The trail to Naamche is a blend of everything. Dirt paths that wind through forest, rocky sections that test your balance, steep stone staircases, and narrow suspension bridges that sway gently beneath your feet. Every step feels different, but it adds to the adventure. The climb to Naamche is steady, with paths that wind alongside the river and steep sections that really push the legs.
One time, I felt so winded that I couldn't move forward. I sat down for barely 2 minutes and my breath steadied. I felt ready to press on. It was strange that I felt so lifeless but not exhausted or tired. Those 2 minutes of rest had reset my entire body. This windedness was the symptom of altitude, but at that time we did not know.
Yeah, the bridge below is for bungee jumping, and the one above is the one where we are gonna walk over and cross over. That's the highest bridge here on the trek, and it is called Hillary Bridge. It's named after Hillary Clinton. No, I'm just kidding. They have these bins along the way every now and then, so you can put the garbage in here and keep the area clean.
A highlight of today's trek is crossing the Hillary Suspension Bridge, the highest on the Everest Base Camp route, standing approximately 442 feet above the Dudhkoshi River. This bridge is not only a vital crossing, but also a symbol of adventure, named after Sir Edmund Hillary. For thrill seekers, this bridge even offers bungee jumping, adding an extra thrill to an already breathtaking experience. But this is not for us, not this time.
Oh man, this is really scary. Look at that. And as people walk, the whole bridge wobbles and it feels like you're gonna go flying off.
These jobcays are known to be very temperamental, so everyone must be very careful. However, we found them so polite. If they happened to come too close, a simple hand gesture was enough to make them move away.
And then, for the first time, we catch a glimpse of Mount Everest, framed perfectly between the trees. There it is, distant yet towering, standing alongside Lhotse and Nuptse. Just for a brief moment, the tallest mountain in the world reveals itself.
But for me, that moment felt heavier. I came here for something deeply personal, a reason I've carried quietly in my heart. Seeing Everest brought it all to the surface. I felt the emotions well up, but I kept them in check, letting the weight of the moment sit quietly with me. This was just the beginning, and I needed to stay focused. As quickly as Everest appeared, it slipped behind the ridge, but that fleeting sight was enough. A reminder of why I'm here and the journey that lies ahead.
This is Naamche. And that is Kongde. Kongde. Up.
This is Naamche Bazaar.
Downhill. We are in Naamche Bazaar.
Naamche Bazaar is often called the gateway to Everest. It is also referred to as the highest market in the world. Reaching Naamche Bazaar feels like a significant milestone, bringing us closer to the heart of the Khumbu region and the towering peaks beyond. It serves as the key marketplace for locals and climbers, offering everything from trekking gear and souvenirs to fresh food and baked goods, like that famous German bakery where we had our lunch. This vibrant town sits on a natural amphitheater, bustling with trekkers, traders, and Sherpas. It's a place where the ancient meets the modern. Traditional stone houses stand next to small cafes and gear shops, all in the shadow of the towering Himalayas.
this is our view. This is in Naamche Bazaar. We are heading out today, right after breakfast. And I think the sun is trying to peek from in the middle of there. And the sun rays lighting up this mountain. And looks like there's a Buddhist temple right up there.
We arrive at our tea house, surrounded by snow-capped mountains in every direction. The tea house is just like any other here. Individual rooms, some with attached bathrooms, others without.
Yesterday, if we had gone for our trekking to the tiniest hill here,
The heart of it is in the dining hall, the only heated space, warming up from 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. With wood burning restrictions in this altitude, they fuel the stove with dried yak dung, making the room cozy for a few hours. But once the dinner is over, we step back into freezing cold to reach our unheated rooms.
During dinner, our guide checked our blood oxygen levels. They had dropped further, down to 74 to 76%. Our doctor didn't hide his displeasure. His concern was evident. But again, we promised him that we will relax for the night and see how we feel tomorrow morning to make the decision.